Let's analyze one of the most ambitious and defining megaprojects in the history of North American sports infrastructure, the brand new $2.1 billion Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. When the Buffalo Bills decided to build a new home, they faced a unique architectural and philosophical dilemma. In an era where almost every new multi-billion-dollar NFL stadium is a climate-controlled, fully enclosed dome with a retractable roof designed to host Final Fours, Super Bowls, and year-round mega concerts, the Bills franchise boldly chose to construct an open-air fortress. They rejected the dome, they embraced the cold. But building an open-air stadium in one of the harshest winter climates in the United States requires a profound level of engineering sophistication. This isn't just a concrete bowl, it is a highly tuned, aerodynamic machine designed to weaponize the winter weather against opponents, while insulating the home crowd. Today, we will deconstruct the architecture, the wind mitigation strategies, the massive public-private financing package, and the urban footprint of the new Highmark Stadium. We begin our analysis by looking back at the historical footprint of the Buffalo franchise. For over 50 years, the team played at the original Highmark Stadium, formerly known as Rich Stadium, which opened in 1973. That brutalist concrete bowl was a product of its time, a massive, sunken crater in the suburban expanse of Orchard Park, built cheaply and efficiently. It became legendary for its raucous atmosphere and bone-chilling winter games. However, by the 2020s, the old structure was facing critical structural degradation. The concrete was crumbling, the concourses were dangerously narrow, and the lack of premium seating severely limited the franchise's revenue-generating capabilities. The team needed a modern venue to remain economically viable in a rapidly expanding league. Instead of moving downtown, a strategy pursued by many franchises seeking urban regeneration, the decision was made to build the new stadium directly across the street from the old one. This suburban stranding model relies heavily on a massive surface parking footprint, preserving the legendary tailgating culture of the fan base, but sacrificing the daily urban activations seen in downtown stadium anchors. The core of the new Highmark Stadium is its technical scheme. Designed by the renowned sports architecture firm Populous, the venue features a seating capacity of 60,108. This is actually a reduction from the old stadium, a deliberate choice to create a more intimate, steep, and intimidating seating bowl. The most critical engineering innovation is the massive 360-degree continuous canopy. While the field remains exposed to the snow, this engineered roof structure covers exactly 64% of the seating bowl. But the canopy is not just for keeping rain off the fans, it is an aerodynamic shield. Populous engineers utilized advanced computational fluid dynamics and extensive wind tunnel testing to design a perforated metal outer facade and a swooping roofline that literally catches and redirects the fierce winds sweeping off Lake Erie. According to the engineering reports, this design reduces wind speeds down at the field level by up to 50% compared to the exterior. Furthermore, the canopy's acoustic profile is mathematically angled to capture the crowd noise and reflect it directly back down onto the visiting team's bench, amplifying the home field advantage. Beneath the surface, the engineering is equally extreme. The playing surface features a highly advanced, automated subterranean snowmelt system, the largest of its kind in the world, networked with sensors to prevent ice accumulation on the natural grass turf. Halogen heating panels are also installed throughout the concourses and above specific seating tiers to prevent pipes from freezing and to keep spectators thermally stable during deep freeze games. Now, let's analyze the financial math. A project of this magnitude requires a staggering capital stack, and the final construction cost landed at an astronomical $2.1 billion. The financing model was a highly debated public-private partnership. The public subsidy portion is massive, totaling $850 million, which at the time of its announcement was one of the largest taxpayer subsidies for a sports facility in American history. This includes $600 million directly from the state of New York and $250 million from Erie County. The remaining $1.25 billion was sourced privately. The Buffalo Bills franchise, backed by ownership, committed to covering these private costs, which includes any and all construction overruns. To help offset their private financial burden, the team implemented a personal seat license program, commonly known as PSLs. This system requires season ticket holders to pay a one-time capital fee just for the right to purchase their tickets. The PSL sales alone generated approximately $263 million, serving as a critical injection of private capital directly into the construction fund. When we look at this capital stack, we see a fascinating balance of heavy municipal investment designed to anchor a major cultural and economic asset in the region, paired with the intense commercial monetization of the fan base. In conclusion, the new Highmark Stadium stands as a fascinating counter-narrative to modern sports architecture. By rejecting the sterile corporate environment of a fully enclosed dome, the architects and engineers have created a modern coliseum that remains authentic to its geographic reality. The $2.1 billion investment ensures that the franchise remains economically competitive through premium hospitality revenues, while the aerodynamic canopy and heated infrastructure protect the fan base from the extremes of the climate. It is a structure that weaponizes the weather rather than hiding from it. The long-term urban impact will remain suburban, cementing Orchard Park as a weekend pilgrimage site rather than a daily urban destination. But the sheer technical audacity of building a climate-optimized, open-air fortress in the snowbelt proves that regional identity can still dictate architectural form. What do you think about the decision to stay open-air instead of building a dome? Is the authentic winter weather experience worth the extreme engineering costs? Subscribe for more in-depth analysis of global sports infrastructure.